If you're fascinated by the enigmatic and the unexplained, you've come to the right place. Join us as we embark on a journey through time and explore the mysteries that have baffled historians, archaeologists, and curious minds for centuries. From lost civilizations to uncrackable codes, we're here to delve into the intriguing world of ancient enigmas. Subscribe now and become a fellow seeker of knowledge as we uncover the top 7 unsolved ancient mysteries in the world. Let's start. Number 7. Vage Manuscript. In 1912, rare book dealer Wilfred Voynich acquired a medieval manuscript that he claimed had been housed in an ancient castle in southern Europe. Written in an extinct language, or code, no one could recognize and filled with strange illustrations of fictitious plants and naked women, it has befuddled scholars ever since. Including Alan Turing and the FBI, both of whom tried and failed to crack the case. Over the years, several people have professed to decipher it, but each time have been greeted with a massive chorus of doubts. Some suspect the whole thing is an elaborate hoax. Now housed at Yale University, the Vage Manuscript is available to the public for anyone interested in trying to solve the puzzle once and for all. Number 6. Cleopatras Tomb. For an ancient ruler, much is known about Cleopatra VII, the so-called last queen of Egypt, who famously consorted with both Julius Caesar and Mark Antony and later committed suicide in 30 BC. Following Antony's and her defeat at the Battle of Actium. Yet the location of Antony's and her tomb, the couple were purportedly buried together, remains a complete mystery. Some researchers believe it resided in Alexandria, her capital city and the one-time cultural center of the Mediterranean world, only to be lost when a tsunami swept through in 365 AD. Others suspect elsewhere in the Nile Delta, possibly in a temple dedicated to Isis and Osiris, the gods with which Cleopatra and Antony respectively associated themselves. In addition to Cleopatra's, other legendary lost burial sites include those of Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan. Number 5. Sacsayhuaman. Elsewhere in Peru, just outside Cusco, stands the remains of the Sacsayhuaman fortress, which was painstakingly constructed by the Incas in the 1400s. Much like at Machu Picchu, Inca laborers somehow moved enormous rocks into place, some of which weighed 125 tons or more, before masons cut them, using only bronze and stone tools, and fitted them together without mortar. Though Spanish colonizers dismantled much of the site for building materials, Sacsayhuaman has remained structurally sound enough to withstand large earthquakes and other ravages of time. Number 4. Paracas Cadabra. To the northwest of the Nascolines, carved into a hillside overlooking Peru's Pisco Bay, lies the Paracas Cadabra, another massive geoglyph that stretches some 600 feet from top to bottom. Though pottery found at the site has been dated to around 200 BC, no one knows the age of the candelabra itself. Its raison d'etre remains equally fuzzy. One theory holds that it served as a navigational tool for sailors, whereas another claims it depicted the creator god's trident. Number 3. Nascolines. Roughly 2,000 years ago, a pre-Inca civilization etched a series of enormous drawings into the dry coastal plain of Peru. Known as the Nascolines, these geoglyphs remained largely unknown until aircraft began flying over the area in the 1930s. To date, well over 1,000 designs have been located. Most are straight lines, stretching up to 30 miles, or geometric shapes. From trapezoids to spirals, while others depict animals and plants, including a spider, a hummingbird, a monkey, a whale, a two-headed snake, a dog, and a humanoid figure nicknamed the Astronaut. As recently as 2022, 168 new geoglyphs were discovered, yet researchers still don't understand their purpose. One prominent hypothesis associates them with water rituals, though other guesses abound as well. Number 2. Plain of Jars. Thousands of lichen-covered stone jars from the Iron Age, some standing close to 10 feet tall and weighing several tons, dot the mountainous landscape of northern Laos. Carved largely from sandstone and found in groups ranging from just 1 to 400, legend holds that giants used them as wine glasses. Many archaeologists, on the other hand, believe they served as funerary urns, though much remains unknown about their purpose, about how they were moved into place, and about the civilization that produced them. Recent research dates at least some of the stone jars to as early as 1240 BC, which would make them far older than the human remains buried nearby. Complicating matters is that many of the jars stand in fields of unexploded munitions, the vestige of a massive U.S. bombing campaign during the Vietnam War, and therefore cannot be safely studied. Number 1. Thonis-Heracleion. An Egyptian port city on the Mediterranean Sea, Thonis-Heracleion served as a major trading hub prior to the founding of nearby Alexandria around 331 BC. Mythical hero Heracles and Helen of Troy both supposedly spent time there. Around the 2nd century BC, however, the city center collapsed due to soil liquefaction, possibly triggered by earthquakes, tsunamis, or floods. Eventually, all of Thonis-Heracleion sank underwater, where it remained lost to time until being rediscovered in the early 2000s by marine archeologists. Since then, large statues, animal sarcophagi, temple ruins, pottery shards, jewelry, coins, and even 2,400-year-old fruit baskets have been pulled from the waves, thus shining new light on this real-life Atlantis.